Now, guys, I've been gone for a week, but we're back. But this is just a rant video. Talk about Jake Paul again because 2 videos in a row. I talked about him in my last video. We're talking about him again in this video. But yeah, we're going to be talking about his ranking. Sorry, guys, his ranking in the WBC whatever thing. Is it WBC or WB? Is it WBC or WBA? I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of them. And he's ranked 14 or 15. No, yeah, 14. He's ranked 14 in the cruiserweight ranking. By the WBA or WBA or WBC. I can't really remember which one it is, but it's one of them. That's what I know. It's one of them. But he's ranked 14. Now everyone hates it because, you know, Jake Paul, a YouTuber, former YouTuber, being placed in a ranking of like contenders, like no one really likes that. So it's like, yeah. So that's why obviously everyone's pissed off about that. But I'm gonna be ranting in this video and just trying to like say like just calm down and just relax, guys. Just stop being dramatic because this isn't new. This is not new. This has happened in boxing for years, where boxers who don't really deserve to be at that ranking get ranked there. It's not even just Jake Paul. There's many other fighters, and there's fighters in that ranking, like the top 15 guys. Obviously, Jake Paul's in that ranking now, but there's guys in that exact same like ranking. How do I explain? That exact same ranking that shouldn't be there. Just like Jake Paul shouldn't be there. I agree, Jake Paul shouldn't be there because he's not really beating anyone of like, you know, worthy to really put him there. He's only really beaten Chavez Jr., who's like what, not even really a proper cruiserweight. Well, he was a middleweight and he's moved up to cruiserweight now, but he's not. He hasn't fought cruiserweight his entire career, and he hasn't really won. He hasn't really achieved anything at cruiserweight. So obviously he's not gonna. He shouldn't really be being put in the top 15 just because of that win. So I understand the criticism, but it's like. You can't just say that Jake Paul doesn't deserve to be there because there's many other fighters in that exact same ranking, the same ranking as Jake Paul, who also don't deserve to be there, but no one's really paying attention to them. They're only paying attention to Jake Paul because he's a big YouTuber, he's a big star, and he's got all these eyes on him. But there's a fighter, there's one fighter who I know who should definitely not be there. Oh my god, he definitely does not deserve to be there at all. Just as much as Jake Paul doesn't deserve to be there. No, if anything, he doesn't deserve to be there at all. Like it's worse. His record. He's got 20 wins here. Craig Parker. That's his name. His name is Craig Parker. Sorry, I just started there. But his name is Craig Parker, yeah? I've been rambling for way too long. I need to just cut this. His name is Craig Parker, and he's got a record of 20-0. Yeah, 20 wins, 0 losses. And every single one of his fights have not gone past the second round. And you want to know why? Because his opponents are that bad. I'm going to show you the opponents, because they're actually terrible. The opponents that this guy's faced. They're actually awful. Let me just show you the records of these guys that this guy fought. Craig Parker, that's his name. Craig Parker. He's got 20 wins, and not a single one of those fights have gone past 2 rounds. Literally, I'm not even kidding. Craig Parker. What's his name? Craig Parker, BoxRec. Craig Parker, fuck's sakes. No, I don't want this. BoxRec. Come on. This is Craig Parker's record now. His last opponent was this year, yeah. So Craig Parker, 20-0. So it's got a decent record, yeah, okay. But if you look at his opponents, his last opponent, 8-3, which looks good on paper. 8 wins, 3 losses. That doesn't seem too bad. But if you look at his records, the guy literally had fought once since 2017. So he fought this year in 2025. Then he fought Craig Parker again in 2025. But before that, he hadn't fought since 2017. Literally 8 years. So one fight in literally 8 years. And the guy was like, what, like 39? The same age as Chavez Jr. Literally. Everyone's shouting Jake Paul for fighting Chavez Jr. But this guy was 8-3. So only like what? Like 11 fights in the span of like what? 11 fights in the span of like fucking... This guy made his debut in 2010. So only 11 fights in the span of 15 years. This guy. And the guy had fought once since 2017. He fought Craig Parker on the 1st of April 2025, and then before that he fought on the 8th of March 2025. But before that he fought in 2017. So literally 8 years apart. So one fight in 8 years, and this is not the only opponent who's had like a long layoff. There's another opponent who had a very long layoff. Well, not as bad, but still like very long. So another opponent he fought just right before, and the guy's name is Philip Penson, by the way. Philip Penson, but there's another guy he fought before that in December 2024 called... Wait, let me just cut guy fought December 2024. His name is Ariel Amada Bacansko. Yeah, Ariel Amada Cabasco. I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry. But this guy had a 13-4 record. So 13 wins, 4 losses. And if you go to his record, yeah, so 13 wins, 4 losses. Now, first of all, this guy is literally 51 years old. So basically, the same age as Anderson Silva when he fought Jake. Well, Anderson Silva wasn't even that old. He was like 47. This guy's 51 when he fought Craig Parker. And this guy, let's not forget, so he fought once in 2022. Then he fought Craig Parker in 2024. But before that, before he fought in 2022, his last fight before 2022 was in 2016. So one fight in literally 9 years. One fight in 9 years, and he's somehow and you idiots, you Jake Paul haters, consider that a legit win, and you consider that worthy of a ranking. Like, oh, Jake Paul doesn't deserve to be in the rankings, but this guy does. When he's fought opponents like this, 51 years old, with guys who've fought once in like 8 years, you're saying this deserves to be in the rankings, but Jake Paul doesn't. How hypocritical do you guys have to be? Are you just that? Do you hate Jake Paul that bad? You want to just? Oh my god, you guys actually confuse my head. Holy crap. Doesn't stop there, because another opponent of Craig Parker, this guy's name is Marina Jones River. I don't know if I've done it, if I've pronounced it right, but Marina Jones River. This guy was 47 years old, 5'7", and he was on a 4 fight losing streak going into that fight with Craig Parker. 4 fight losing streak, and they were all by first round knockout. So a 4 fight losing streak, all by first round knockout. So this guy got knocked out 4 times in the first round, and had only fought in 1-2. So he'd only fought 4 times in 8 years. 4 times in 8 years. He had 1 fight in 2019, another fight in 2020, another fight in 2022, another fight in 2023. Then he fought Craig Parker in 2024. So only 4 fights in 8 years since 2017. So and it's not even like he was winning those fights. He was losing by first round knockouts. So he was getting knocked out every single round. When he was getting knocked out in the first round, in every fight he had going into the Craig Parker fight. So like 4 fights in a row, he was getting knocked out in the first round. So this guy was 47 years old, getting literally sparked out in the first round, 4 fights in a row before fighting Craig Parker. And you're telling me that guy is more legit than Chavez Jr.? You're telling me that guy's more legit than Mike Tyson? Who, yes, is 58, but at least Mike Tyson actually, at least he has some credibility to him. You know, at least he was a champion. At least he was a champion at one point. At least had some credibility to him a little bit, because he was a champion at one point and he boxed his whole life and he actually took it really seriously at one point. So at least he has some of that credibility to him. And Chavez Jr., yes, he wasn't really a cruiserweight, but he still was a champion at one point and he still has 54 wins. So I don't see a massive problem with that. Like, I don't see the big problem with that. I don't see the problem of Jake fighting him. But you tell me this guy, whose record is 14-12, so 14 wins, 12 losses, and had fought only 4 times in 8 years, and every single one of those fights were by first round knockout, like first round knockout losses, not wins, losses. This guy had been knocked out 4 times in a row in the very first round, literally before fighting Craig Parker. And you tell me that guy's more legit than fucking Chavez Jr., who's got 54 wins and at least is, you know, actually still, you know, somewhat active and actually still is winning fights and it's not completely completely done. And he's only 39. This guy's 47. This guy's the same age as Anderson Silva when he fought Jake. And they tell me this guy's more legit than fucking any of Jake Paul's opponents. Anderson Silva would destroy this guy. Tyron Woodley would destroy this guy. Nate Diaz would destroy this guy. Chavez Jr. would destroy this guy. I think even Andre Augustin and Ryan Baldwin beat this guy and destroy this guy. Honestly. Because this guy is, like, honestly, terrible opponents. And this guy, like, literally, it's ridiculous. This guy, that's my rant over, but yeah, but literally, it's ridiculous. The hypocrisy. You're telling me Jake Paul, you're telling me that Chavez Jr. is any different. Like, you're telling me that someone who's 51 years old has got, what, a couple wins in 15 years? A couple wins in 15 years? And has fought once in 8 years? Is more legit than fighting Chavez Jr.? Is more legit than fighting Anderson Silva, Ryan Borland, Andre August, Mike Tyson. Yes, he's 58, but still, at least he's somewhat, at least he was a champion at one point. At least he actually achieved something at one point. Unlike this guy, who was a complete bum, who had no business being in the ring at that point when he fought Craig Parker. He was literally in his 50s, had no business being in the ring. He had literally fought once in the last like 8 years. 8 years. So those are just 3 separate opponents I'm going to just name right there. But yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So peace out, bye-bye. I've been very inactive, but yeah. Also, my fight next week, July 19th, is me versus Xia Chang. So come watch that. I'll be live. Yeah.